This conference will now be recorded.
So team, as part of last session, so we spoke about like as part of our introduction class, we spoke about like different teams those are available once you enter into any of the IT industry. So we will be having like different teams. Like we would be dealing with BAs, developers, and the testers. So as part of that one, like we have seen the roles and responsibilities of each and every team. Like BAs would be generally responsible for understanding the requirements from the clients, whereas dev team will usually gather the requirements from the BAs and they will prepare the design documents and they'll work on developing the code. Whereas like QA team, so once the development is completed from the developers end, QA team will come into picture and they will work on like testing the application. So whatever the development team has completed, right? So the testing team will go ahead and test the application. So the main agent of a testing team is to like find the bugs in the application and to make an application error free. So that is the bottom line. So as part of that one, so as part of yesterday's session, so we spoke like uh, since we are dealing with like automation testing, so these are the different tools. So as part of that one, we are like opted for Selenium with Java, right? So now since we spoke like in order to start off with Selenium, we need Java. Like prior knowledge of Java is important because Selenium always goes in parallel with Java. So So today we would be starting off with Java. So this will continue for around like 20-25 days. Like basics of Java, we'll cover like basic to like complete the complete core Java. Then we'll starting off with the Selenium. So now, so as part of today's session, so we would be talking about like brief introduction of like Java. So in here, so if you consider, so if you consider Java, so basically Java is one of the programming languages that you already know, right? So just like C and just like C Sharp and like Python. So Java is also one of the programming language and we call it as a platform. So Java is basically like high level, robust and object oriented. So these are like basics of like features of Java. Okay. So when it comes to little background of Java, like where it was developed and when it got developed and the person who has developed Java means. So Java was basically developed in the year like 1995 at Sun Microsystems. Okay. So this Sun Microsystems is one of the R&D lab. Okay. So it is R&D lab. So which is like research and development lab in US. Okay. So the people who are working in this particular R&D like lab, which is the Sun Microsystems. So out of them, there is a person called like James Gosling. So he is the person who actually discovered or invented or written the like Java. He has created like Java language. Okay. So basically he would be referred as a like father of Java. So this is the brief introduction, like when, where, and by whom it was developed. So earlier, before Java, its name was like Oak. Okay. So like the first name given to this language by James Gosling is Oak. Okay. He has given its name as Oak and later he renamed it as a Java. Right. So this is this is about little background of Java. So now what are the like before we go on to the program, like before we directly go on to the program, will talk about like some features and like advantages of Java. Then we'll go with the programming from the like the next sessions. So now by using Java, right? So by using Java, like in the real time, in the real world, there are like 3 billion devices which run Java. Like devices in the sense the applications, right? If you consider one of the IRCTC application, you know, right? So that is also built based on using the Java language. It is built based on Java and its um, framework. Like if you consider Spring Boot, right? Spring Boot or jQuery, and we also have like different frameworks like Groovy and Ruby on Rails. So these are the different frameworks which happen to like which comes under like Java only. Okay, so there are 3 billion devices which are developed based on Java. So guys, any questions or from your end? Looks like someone is talking. Or can I go ahead, guys? Hello.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. So like if you consider Java, like by using Java, what are the different kinds of applications we can build? So this is completely from developers perspective. This has nothing to do as a tester, but since we are learning Java, it is recommended to at least have a basic knowledge on what are the different applications we can build with Java, right? So if you consider, we can build desktop applications using Java. So if you see here examples like Acrobat Reader, Media Player, like antivirus, these are like the desktop applications, right? So you know the difference between desktop and like web application. So if you consider our GoToMeeting only, so here our GoToMeeting I have joined using web link, right? Similarly, we have a desktop app also. So GoToMeeting is available in both the ways. We can use it through we can join the meetings through the desktop applications. We can join the meetings through web applications as well. So just like that one, we can build both like desktop applications and web applications using Java. So these are some of the examples which has already built using like Java, right? If you consider Java T Point, IRCTC, Java T Point, these are the web applications. So web applications are nothing but which we can access through the links, web links, right? Desktops applications are nothing but which we download the app on our desktops. Like desktop applications are also called as like Windows applications. Okay, so these applications we can build, and enterprise applications also. So if you consider enterprise applications, nothing but a banking applications. Okay, so the banking applications are very critical, guys, like very complex and critical. Like even if you work in a real time, even if you work in IT industry, if you are working for a banking project, okay, even though if you are working as a tester or developer, irrespective of the role, if you work in a banking application, the complexity would be a little high, right? Why? Because I will tell you. So banking applications are distributed in the nature. The moment I say distributed in the nature, if you consider any like internet banking, okay, if you consider internet banking, let's say let's say we have one person who is in Hyderabad, okay, he has an account in ICICI, okay, ICICI, and there is one person Y. So X person is in Hyderabad and he is holding the account as ICICI, and there is a person Y who is in some Delhi, he is holding account SBI. So both are different banking platforms, right? Both are different banking platforms, and by using internet applications, like if you consider, we have for any of like for any of the banks, we have like these days internet application, like uh, internet banking, right? Internet banking. So through internet banking, this X person from different location using different bank will send to a different person, different location, Delhi and SBI. That we can do, right? So how these things are internally connected. So that is the reason I told you, right? Banking applications are very complex. And if you see here, banking applications are directly dealt with the money, right?
Hi
So these
Akhil,
kind
I'm
of
sorry.
applications which are this.
Hi Akhil, sorry I'm
Sorry.
interrupting in between. Yeah, just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure if we are recording the session also.
This
Yeah, it is
conference
being
will now
recorded.
be recorded.
Okay, okay. I
Yeah,
just
it's been
wanted to make
recording.
sure. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. it's been recording. So like these banking applications are very distributed in the nature, and it is very complex to build these applications. But yes, even though they are complex, we can still develop these kind of banking applications using Java. Okay. And also, if the banking applications are internet based, we can automate using Selenium Java as well. So that is with respect to the tester's perspective, right? But whatever the application building we are seeing, this is from developer's perspective. Hope you got it, right? So mobile applications. So mobile applications, if you consider like Paytm, so Paytm we have a mobile application, and if you are using like mobile application, there are many mobile applications, right? You consider Paytm, and one more Share It is also one of the example, and Cam Scanner, that is also one of the mobile application. So these kind of applications which we can download it from the Play Stores. So those kind of mobile applications can also be built using Java. Okay. And also embedded systems. So embedded systems are like a kind of like programmed devices. Okay. Embedded systems are like programmed, like which if you consider, it is like in a real time. I am not, I mean, that much into like technical when it comes to like what exactly the application, just like how I am giving the example for mobile or enterprise. But embedded systems are like, if you see, if there is a machine, okay, consider a machine. So embedded systems are like, if you consider a machine, if you start the machine, starting the machine might be in our hands, but we can put it a limit that machine should run for an hour. Okay. So we can put that um, like we can put that condition in that particular machine. And if you go somewhere also, that particular machine or that particular device, I'm not talking about device, or if you consider any AC, so if you start it, if you set the sleep mode like after 45 minutes, so after 45 minutes that will completely, that will by default, uh, we doesn't have to go and off it manually. It will automatically off. So it's a kind of program. That means there is already program in it. So that particular kind of predefined program, the embedded program, we can also put those kind of devices, indoor devices. Especially these embedded systems will be in kind of chips. Okay. We'll write a program in the chips, and they'll configure it to the device. So that chip will work based on the program, and the device will work according to that particular program. So those are a kind of like embedded system. So smart cards are also like, if you're like in a real time also, you are seeing like smart cards, right? So those kind of smart cards also, like in chips, those are embedded. Those programs can also be built using like Java. And robotics also. So robotics, like, so they will take an input from human being, robotics. So and they will process. They will do that work. Like they will take an input, and they will have a certain logics and programs already defined in them, and they will act according to that. So those kind of like robot, the program in the robots can also be built and developed using like Java. And again, guys, this is completely from developers' perspective. Okay, this is nothing to do with like from the testers end. But as in like, since we are learning Java, like uh, the areas where we would be implementing, or like, or the areas where we are using Java, we are learning those things here. Okay. And gaming applications also, like whatever like mobile gaming applications, or like web based gaming application, system based gaming applications also can be built using Java. So these are the different types of applications. These are the different areas and different types of applications that we can build using Java and its related framework. So based on that one, according to Sun, is nothing but like Sun Microsystems, like overall 3 billion devices are running currently on Java in the real world. Okay. So this is with respect to the application, different types of applications that are built based on Java. So like types of applications. So now, so this is also similar to like whatever they are saying here. So the same thing, different types of applications they are showing. like standalone applications, web applications, enterprise applications, mobile-based applications, right? So standalone like on a high level, they have categorized the applications into four types: standalone, web, enterprise, and mobile. Standalone are basically the uh, desktop or window-based application, and the second one is web application. We already spoke about it, and enterprise and the mobile application. These are the four different types of applications we can build, right? Now, so in order to build these applications, right? In order to develop the applications, we need to download different platforms or different editions or versions of Java. Okay, so using certain editions only, we can design and develop respective applications, right? If you want to build a standalone applications are nothing but desktop applications or window based applications. Like example, GoToMeeting desktop, GoToMeeting app. Okay, so in order to develop the standalone applications, we need to use Java SE. Okay, so Java SE, so there are four things: Java SE, EE, ME, and FX. Okay, this is a standard edition, and this is an enterprise edition. So Java is available in different editions, like mobile or micro edition. So these are the different editions. There is one more thing called like FX. Okay, Java FX, Java FX edition. So SE, like it's a standard edition where using Java standard edition, we can build a like desktop or Windows based application. Okay. So for enterprise edition, using enterprise edition, we can build like different web-based applications. Okay, web-based applications. So ME is nothing but like micro edition. So using this micro edition, we can build mobile-based applications. That means the applications which we can download from the Play Store in mobile and we can use it. So those kind of applications, in order to develop those kind of applications, developer will download this ME edition. Okay, and the other one is FX. So this is used to develop rich internet applications. So rich internet applications are nothing but the applications like embedded systems, smart cards, robotics. Okay. So developers, in order to develop embedded smart card or robotics, they will download like Java FX edition. Okay. So this is a kind of like background of uh, different editions. But for our thing, we would be using like standard edition. Okay, so I will show you, you doesn't have to worry. I will show you like which one we need to download. Okay, so these are the four different editions that are available in the like that are available in order to download Java. Okay, so this is about some background of different editions and history and different applications where we can use Java. Okay, so next thing we would be talking about is like features of Java. So before we move on, any questions guys from anyone? Any questions from anyone so far?
Developing web applications, which type of edition we will use?
Sorry.
Which type of edition we will use for developing web
So we'll use
applications?
the normal standard edition. We'll use the normal standard edition.
But
Okay.
desktop and Windows only use it, no?
No. We are yes. So here we are not use that editions. That edition is to support developing such kind of applications. We are as a tester, we doesn't have to develop applications, right? So applications will
Yeah,
be developed by the developers. So as a tester, we would be just writing the scripts. So for scripts, for like Selenium with Java, it doesn't require those different editions.
yeah,
We just use the normal edition for our script purposes.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any more questions from anyone? Okay. So let me talk about like features of Java. Okay. So features are nothing but, okay, so far we have covered like different editions of Java, different types of applications on an high level. And now we are talking about like features of Java. Features are nothing but the characteristics. Okay. So characteristics of Java, right? So these are the, like whatever you are seeing on the screen. So these are like the different characteristics of Java. So one such character is like simple. Okay. Simple is like Java is a programming language which is easy to learn and simple to use. Okay. Which is easy to learn and simple to use. It is not that complex like as a human being. So according to me, if a person can do like 10 plus 5, if a person can calculate like 10 plus 5, then he can do like Java. Okay, he can learn Java. It is not that complex. And the second thing is object oriented. Okay, so object oriented is like one of the big concept in Java. Like in Java, I will tell you on a high level. In Java, we'll be having a classes. So for classes, we would be creating an object. So how we'll create a class, how we will be creating the objects, we'll be talking about that very clearly, like step by step. But for now, let's park this one. Like object oriented is one of the features of Java where we have four. This comes under OOPS concepts. Okay, we have four different things like inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. So these are the four concepts of OOPS. We call it as OOPS, object oriented programming structure. Okay, so Java, we got it as object oriented programming, whereas C is not an object oriented programming. C++ is not an object oriented, right? We cannot create objects over there. So Java has got its feature like object oriented because we can create an objects here because of these four concepts. Okay, we'll be learning these about these four concepts one by one very clearly in the next sessions going forward. Okay, next one is portable. So what do you understand by the term portable? Any questions, like any inputs or any guesses from your end? Portable. Okay.
When we need
So
That
to
it can
use,
be,
portable.
maybe it can be deployed.
Sorry. Portable is a kind of which something which we can carry. Okay. So there are two things, desktop and a laptop. So which one is portable among this one?
Laptop.
Lap Laptop we can carry from one place to another place. So whereas desktop we cannot carry, right? So in the real world, laptop is a portable device. But here, why this particular program has got portable means, so in Java we would be creating a classes just like this one. Okay, in Java we would be creating like .java files. If you see here a4.java or abstraction ex.java, we would be creating a classes like this. So for these classes, so this whole, like this, for example, abstraction ex.java, we can take it to the pen drive and we can carry it. Okay, we can copy this file into the pen drive and we can copy it, and we can carry in pen drive means we can carry, right? So that's how we got its name as a portable. Okay, like Java programs we can carry via any memory device. Okay, so that's how it got its name as portable. Like we'll be having a folders .java files, these all .java files we can take and we can use it anywhere. So platform independent. So what exactly mean by platform independent is, I will tell you. So we have different OS platforms, right? OS platforms. What is meant by an OS? Operating system,
Operating
right?
system.
We have different OS platforms, like if you consider Windows, Linux, Mac. Okay, Mac OS. So it is a Java feature is platform dependent or independent?
Mm,
It's a
Platform independent. I mean,
platform
it can run
platform
on multiple operating systems.
Yes, platform independent means, for example, if you have like one sample dot like Java file, test.java. Okay, so for example, this particular .java file's output is 123. Let's say if you run the same program in Windows, you will get the output as 123. If you get the same program on Linux, you will still get 123. If you run it on Mac also, you will get the same output 123. Okay, that means the output or the behavior of a code doesn't, it is not dependent, or it is not specifically work differently for each platform. Okay, so it is independent means it is not biased to one particular operating system. It works in general to all of the operating systems. So that is about platform independent. So next, secured. Okay, so next one is like secured. So Java is one of the secured languages, whereas in order to tell you about secured, like we have here in Java, we have like uh, access modifiers. There is a concept called access modifiers. Okay, like public, private, protected, default. There are 4 different access modifiers in Java: public, private, protected, default. So these works in a basis of, I will tell you. So for example, if I created one file, okay, I have created one file. So now I want to give access to one of the persons. So let's say Teja. Okay, I want to give one file access to Teja. I can, so I have couple of things in my mind, like access permissions. Like I can give read, write, edit access to Teja. To other person, I can restrict to only just read access. So that completely I will decide based on my security. Okay, my security reasons. So just like that one, so Java, in Java also we can restrict the file, we can restrict the classes by using public, private, protected, default. So with respect to these things, how these work, we'll learn again in the coming sessions. Okay, so that these features made Java as a secure programming language. Okay, next is robust. So because of all these features, I would say like robust means like it's one of the standard programming language. So why it became standard programming language means it has like oops concepts, uh, it has like oops concepts. Apart from oops also, it will have like a lot of features in Java. Let me show you just a moment. So we have many features like looping statements, conditional control statements. So with all these statements, right, with all these concepts, like this is an oops and access modifiers, exception handling. So all these features makes the Java a robust programming language. So that is what I mean to say. So because of its concepts, it made a robust programming language in order to develop or design any kind of applications. And the next one is architecture neutral. Okay, architecture neutral. So here architecture neutral means, any idea, any inputs with respect to architecture neutral?
Does it mean that like few application is divided into uh, like different layers, presentation layer or
Like that is a different
something
concept.
of
So
that
that
sort?
is an
Okay.
OS layer. That's
Okay.
a OS layer. So architecture neutral is like it basically speaks about the hardware architecture. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
hardware architecture. So let's say if there are two computers, let's say system one, like computer one is having like 8 GB RAM. Okay, 8 GB RAM, 64 GB internal memory. These are the compute, let's say internal memory, and like i5 processor. So let's consider these are the features of system 1. So system 2, like computer 2 features are like 16 GB RAM, 16 GB RAM, 1 TB like ROM also internal memory, like both are same, and like i7 processor. Okay, so let's say different laptops or different desktops or different systems will have different hardware components, right? Hardware architecture. So if you again, let me take this test.java. So if you take this test.java, if you execute it in C1, it will give you the same output like 1, 2, 3. And again, if you consider like C2, this will also, computer C2 is having different hardware architecture. Still, we'll get the same output as 1, 2, 3. So that's why it says architecture neutral. Neutral means not to one party. Like to this C1, it behaves in one way. To C2, it it behaves in different way. It's not like that. Okay, it is neutral. That means it is unbiased. It is not biased to only one hardware component. It is an unbiased part. Okay, so that is about
Okay,
architecture. Yeah,
yeah, so like C, C++, what about these two languages? Are these two languages are not architecture neutral?
those are also architecture neutral. Is what I believe. Like,
Okay,
so those features are also like architecture neutral, and similarly like Java is also architecture neutral.
okay, okay.
Yeah, and interpreted. Interpreted. To be frank, I literally do not understand like why he given here as interpreted, but I will tell you there is a difference between interpreter and a compiler. Okay, so if you write like 10 lines of code, there are two components, interpreter and a compiler. Okay, there are two components, interpreter and a compiler. So interpreter, how it works means it will read all. Let's say there is a program which is having 10 lines. Interpreter reads all the 10 lines at a time. Okay, it reads all the like 10 lines at a time, and it will uh, check if there is any syntax error. Syntax errors are nothing but uh, like whether the program is syntactically right. Syntax is a kind of format. Like when we are writing a program, we need to follow some rules. Okay, we need to follow some rules. So whether the user has written that program by following those rules or not, interpreter will check. It will read all the lines at a time. Okay, whereas when it comes to compiler, it will compile the program line by line. Okay, so the difference between interpreter and compiler is interpreter will or execute the or interprets the program as a whole, all the 10 lines at a time, whereas a compiler will check it one by one. Okay, and the reason, I believe the reason he has given interpreted is in a compiler, like Java is having own compiler, but in like in interpreter, if 10 lines of code, let's say if there is an error at line 2, line 4 and line 6, out of 10 lines 2, 4, 6 are having like syntactical errors. So Java compiler will check and show all these lines. It will show like all these lines are having the errors. Okay, so that's how it works. Java is having own compiler, but not sure why here it has given like an interpreted programming language. Okay, but I would say Java is having its own Java compiler. I will show you like in the next session. I will show you the uh, I will show you that in the downloaded folder we would be having like a Java compiler, its own compiler. Okay, let me show you if it is possible here. C program files. Okay. So here JDK. This is the Java download folder. When it's not there, so we checked pen. So we have, so JVM is a kind of Java virtual machine. Okay, we have JVM. Should be some, there should be some file with Java C. Okay, so that is, so JDK is a kind of Java development kit. See here. Okay, so Java compiler. So Java will have its own compiler. So this is just the download folder, guys. Okay, in like when you download Java in your system, so we'll be having all these files. So Java will have its own compiler. So that's the reason I said like he has given interpreter. But so since it is having like its own compiler, it will execute or check the code line by line, and it will tell us like if there is an error at one particular point or one particular position. So it will tell then and there like, okay, your program is having error. It will highlight the error in red. Okay. Then about like high performance is like, since Java has an ability to develop so many kind of applications like high performance applications, so that's how it got its feature as high performance. So not only with respect to development side, if you consider like testing side as well, we can automate along with the Selenium. We can, by using Java, we can automate any kind of application as well. So that is how it makes it's an high performance programming language. And multi-threaded, so again there is a concept called threads concept. So thread concept will allow us to wait for a certain amount of time and to make the sessions parallelly, to open the sessions parallelly. So again, it is not a single line uh, subject. So we would be dealing, or we will be learning about like thread concept going forward as well, just like object oriented and just like public, private, protected, modified. So that comes under the secured, that comes under access modifiers. So just like that one threading concept also we would be talking about going forward. And distributed, so Java, by using Java that we already discussed, like we can build distributed applications. The best example for distributed application is banking application. So if you consider banks, we can send from one person to another person account, which where both persons are in different locations and where both persons are holding like different accounts. Like one might be having ICICI and the other might be having SBI, or like whatever the different uh, HDFC or whatever, we can still process from here and there. So those are all the integrated systems. So we can, like as a user, as a developer, they can build these kind of distributed applications as well. And the dynamic, in the sense, like based on our program, it complete we can create any dynamic thing. So dynamic is a kind of like customized. So if you dynamic in the sense, I will tell you, like let's say there are two developers. If we gave them the same requirement to build using Java, okay, developer A, I have given one requirement to develop or to write the script also, not only in the developer's perspective. In order to write the script also, I gave to one person in order to develop the script, and using Selenium Java, okay, using Java. To person B also, I will give the same work. So if I ask him to do, so the way of work and the way they build would be little different. Okay, the way they build would be little different. So that's how it got its name as dynamic. So it is completely user friendly and it is completely customized. You can build, you can write the code in your way. That's how you get the results. Okay, so this is about like different features of Java. So any questions from anyone?
So by distributed, when you say that we can send money or we can access the account or we can transfer fund maybe from one platform, banking platform to another, uh, just because it is designed in like developed in Java, like maybe that another application is designed in some other language also, right?
Yeah, so here, like here we are not pointing like the other languages or not having these characteristics. So this is about this could be the one of the feature of Java.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so yes, as you said, the same kind of application that can, I will not say that it can be only built by using Java, but it could be built using Java as well. It might be built using Python as well. I'm not sure, like since again it is from the developer's perspective, whether it is feasible for a Python developer to build distributed applications or not. I believe that they can do, but I'm not saying through Java only we can do this, but this could also be one of the feature of Java. So that is what uh, I mean to say here.
Okay.
Yeah. So any more questions guys from anyone?
No, on my side.
Yeah. So um, so guys, this is about like say like this is about some background like history and different applications like characteristics of Java. So like in the next session, so we'll wrap up the session here for today. And in the next session, we'll see like how we can download Java, and we'll start off with the first program of Java. Okay. So we'll see how we can download. I will provide you the link as well to download, like from where you can download Java. And the other point is like we can start working on like the scripting sessions. Okay, so far whatever we have completed is like the theoretical part. So from the next working sessions we would be dealing with the uh, like downloading Java and how we can create a projects, packages and the classes, and how we can write a basic program, and from there we can take it on.
Scripting can be done in which which tool?
Sorry Munesh, your voice is low. Can you?
Scripting can be done in which tool? I mean,
Scripting can be
in
done in,
MacBook also it works, right?
sorry sir. Again, your voice is little low for me.
Yeah, it
In
is
Mac
breaking
OS
for
it
us also.
works.
Let me increase my volume.
A
Yeah.
little bit.
Okay.
In macOS it will work. I mean, I can set up, right?
Yeah, in macOS also we can set up. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
So
We
we'll
cannot.
try to understand. Like we'll try to in the next session we'll try to understand. Like I will show you how we can set up in the um, in my system. So you can follow the same process. So if it doesn't work for you, then we can like we'll check it on. Okay, it will definitely work in Mac OS as well.
Can we do performance testing also using this Selenium with Java?
No. Performance testing is completely different concept. Selenium itself is an automation tool. So as I told you right yesterday, performance tools are different. Jmeter, NetSuite,
Yeah.
and
LoadRunner.
I
LoadRunner,
mean,
NeoLoad. So those
uh,
are not the NetSuite, sorry. LoadRunner. Those are the performance tools. So so performance tools can use Java. Java is common for all of it. See here, Selenium is a automation tool. It always goes in mix with Java. Okay, Selenium mixed with
yeah,
Java, we can develop a script. So just like that one, they will in for performance also they will use Java, but not the Selenium. So Selenium with
yeah,
Java is just used for automating the applications, not for the performance testing.
yeah.
Definitely not.
I have some information about that. So to clarify about that one, yes.
Okay.
I mean,
Mhm.
some kind of testing
Acha.
will be
So
possible.
one thing, yeah. One thing is, so even in our like when we are working, right? Performance people will come to us and they will. So what happens means I will tell you, Mangesh. Performance. What did we discuss yesterday? So same
Uh,
thing like on our application. If the number of people hitting the application or accessing the application are in huge, right? So at the same time, so at 10 o'clock, if 100 users are accessing the application, it will behave in a different way. But how about if 10,000 users are using at the same time? The page response will be low, right?
low. Yeah,
Low. So during that time, so in order to test this, sometime performance people will come and reach out to the automation people, Selenium people. So they will ask us to develop a script in such a way that at a time they will ask us to write a script that which do the same work back to back. Okay,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
so that's how they will make use of Selenium or make use of automation for their performance tasks.
I mean, we
So
can
this will
execute
work.
this runtimes, right? I mean, continuously our automation scripts.
Yes, we can.
Thank you.
Yeah. So any more questions from anyone before we wrap up? So okay guys, so in the next session we'll try to understand like how we can install Java and how we can create packages and things like that. So yeah, that's it from my end for today. Thanks everyone for joining the session. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Thanks, Akhil.